All right, guys, that is full-time Velvet Oak Tavern. 3-0 to the Arsenal.
Yeah.
And another clean sheet. And I got my man Jose right here, man. First of all, brother, what do you think about that game? Another clean sheet, important 3 points in the Champions League run, and on to an important game on the weekend.
I mean, to know that we have the personnel to step in for 7 injuries on the roster, I mean, it has to mean something big, you know?
Yeah.
But to know that even if Kepa is out, you still have Raya to rely on. That's a good start. Obviously, that's your base. Then you also have midfielders like Waneri who can step in. You know,
Norgard today.
No Odegaard, no Zubimendi. I mean, you've got to have guys to take care of. Norgard started in the middle.
Yep.
So, I mean, if they run a 4-3-3 versus a 4-3-1-2 or 4-2-1-3, then you have something to prepare for.
Yep.
So,
No, and I want to mention another guy I think that we should not forget, Mikel Merino.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
no Gyökeres today. We know there's like an injury scare around him. Comes out with a 2-goal there. What do you think about that?
Probably the biggest guy you can fit into the midfield and the attack. Probably an actual full-fledged center forward.
Yeah.
Especially considering that we may not play that formation now,
Yeah.
but we played it previously in the past few years.
Yeah.
But Marino can step into any role you ask of him, and he's performed every freaking time, dude.
Definitely. And what a signing for us in that way, because obviously he probably came in for a different role, but he sort of evolved into this new, whatever the team required, a player steps up and delivers. That's what we want as fans, of course. But, you know, let's focus a little bit about that 3 goals that we scored, but also the fact that we've only conceded 3 goals this entire season. Another game goes by, no goals conceded. How do you see this stability in our defense, and what do you think such a stable defense could get us at the end of the season? The main question.
So you know that Saliba came off and was injured within the early part of the season. Magalhaes was injured last season, and you're going to be concerned that potentially that injury could come back.
Yep.
So you got to have the personnel to be able to cover that.
Yeah.
We've got some solid backups in
Yeah.
Mosquera and Hincapi.
Yeah.
And then Pretty Ricky could also come on if you need him to.
Yeah.
But then you also have the likes of left backs and right backs who are competing for playing time. So you had Ben White on the pitch today. That's amazing. But we know what he's capable of.
For sure. No, Benny White is a big player for us, I think. And no, but that's, you know, when you see that such a stable defense, and obviously midfield gets a compliment in that as well. Declan Rice, you know, a guy that 100 million, we got him cheap.
Oh, my God. Yeah. The fact that we have Declan Rice to be able to cover any part of that midfield.
Yeah,
He can
any
be-
place, yeah.
He can be the defender.
Great point.
He
Yeah.
can be a center attack mid.
Yeah.
He can be a controlling mid. He can be that stopper. He can be anything.
Yeah.
So that's all we can ask for. But you still need him to be backed up because he's been dealing with injury this season. So if you know he's coming off, who are you going to sub in?
No, that's a great point. But like, what a guy, what a player for us, for sure, Declan Rice. Great 3 points in Champions League, 12 points. I think we're second on the table, so I think that thing is going pretty well for us. Maybe a couple of more wins and we can qualify for that top 8 qualification round. Let's move on to the game on weekend. The game before the international break, Sunderland Stadium of Light. If you remember 10 years back when Sunderland were playing in the Premier League,
10 years back? Jeez,
Yeah.
that's a long time, bro.
it was Stadium of Light has not been a good place for us when they used to play in the Premier League, and now you have the likes of Granit Xhaka there just sort of flaring it up as well. How important do you see that game against Sunderland before the international break with the run that we've been on?
Well, first, let's give props to Sunderland. They've been able to hold themselves together and be in top 6.
Yeah.
That's got to mean something.
Coming up from the championship.
Correct. They came up and have been proving themselves right.
Yep.
So they had to pull the
Fun fact though, they've spent 105 plus million in this transfer window, Sunderland. Just want to remind you of that. Just a fun fact. Yeah.
Oh,
They're really,
I did
but
not know that.
money well spent, right?
Dude, the fact that they were able to spend that kind of money, if they even had it,
Yeah.
well,
I wanted to put it out there, see what you think.
I mean, the fact that they have Xhaka in the midfield
Yeah.
controlling things, it has to mean something. If he's a former Arsenal boy, then it tells you everything about, 1, the quality of the player, 2, the quality of the club, and 3, what the background means. If he comes from Arsenal, a very difficult place to perform for, and to be in the Emirates, and he still dealt with the controversy, somehow
Came back, somehow won us back, somehow.
Somehow won us back. I had this one question.
Yeah.
When he comes on the pitch,
Yeah.
will he be applauded or booed by the Arsenal crowd?
That's a good question. Okay. let's think about it, because we remember that time when he took the shirt off, threw it. That was a whole thing. And then the Mikel Arteta era started, and he told or promised Xhaka that you are very crucial to this team. And we saw him sort of, elevate as a leader again, got the respect of the fans again, became that, character that he really is. So I think Arsenal fans have a degree of respect for Granit Xhaka. I think he earned that, and I think Arsenal fans recognize it as well. But, if we see him crunching tackles on one of our players, if you're seeing him trying to injure one of our guys before that, then I think that could change very quickly.
I have so many questions about it, but the proof's in the pudding.
Yeah.
The guy is a masterful midfielder.
Yeah.
The proof's in the pudding. Yeah. They got second place in the league when he was performing in the midfield for Arsenal. Yeah. So there's something there. There's a reason Sunderland
went unbeaten for Leverkusen in Germany.
I mean, hey, he's got a league title somewhere.
Yeah.
He's got proof that he's a proper world-class midfielder. But then he's also a walking yellow card.
Hey.
So my expectation is that he will get a yellow against Arsenal on Saturday.
I hope it's not nasty.
I hope not either. I don't want, barring any injuries, he's just playing hard, performing for club as he should.
Yeah, for sure.
But then
professional guy.
But then, if he's going to be out there, he's going to have to deal with the press of Arsenal. He's going to have to deal with the presence of all the midfielders that they may burn him. Because I saw this many times when he was for Arsenal in the midfield. He might have plays he wanted to have in his head, but he wasn't quick enough or agile enough to perform. And another midfielder or maybe a wingback might come in, steal the ball, and suddenly there's a counter.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I expect out of Arsenal to do to him, as he is able to do to Arsenal as well.
Makes sense. That's a good judgment of that. Just before we close it off, I want to ask, what would it mean to get 3 points against Sunderland away from home with the international break coming? How comfortable are you with that lead on the top, and how sustainable do you think this lead is? The goals that we're scoring, the amount of goals that we're scoring that could maybe improve. How do you see the current Arsenal position, and where do you think it can go?
Well, being 6 points clear of the table, that's amazing. I mean, we haven't heard of those likes since, 2 years ago maybe, at best, and that was close to the end of the season, and that's when everything fell apart.
I mean, but City had games in hand.
Agreed. Yeah, so there's at least one or two games in hand.
But I'm making excuses.
Well, don't we all? It's okay. It's only human form. It happens. Sure. But knowing where we are, with what we have available for lineups and potential injuries, means a lot to beat a team like Sunderland, who has come up from the English Championship and performed well to be in top 6 for the EPL. It has to mean something to be a team like that.
For sure.
And the idea is that in EPL, there's no easy game on any given weekend or match day.
Agreed.
That being said, knowing that Sunderland has worked that hard to get there, you have to win that game.
For sure. No, I think that's a great point. I think put it up very nicely as well. As hey, thank you so much for your time, brother. Nice to have you on the channel. Of course. Hope to see you soon. Come on, you Gunners. Yes, sir.